Hello, and welcome to Hooping Live. I'll be starting out the show today, and the first thing I have to tell you guys is some little hooping news. So I've recently discovered this organization called Hooperbia, which on March 26th, there's going to be a night show where you get to watch some international hoopers perform at night. And I also know in a month or so, there's going to be a festival where you can interact with many other international hoopers and whatnot. So that's pretty much all I have for today's hooping news story. And if you have any questions for us, you can comment on the comment section down below, or I've heard there's a chat box, and I think you can comment there too. And also on the latest post, on the Hooping Live post, you can make a Facebook comment, and your questions will be answered live. We recently received a new code for Bonnie Brown's Hooping to get a discount. It's Hooping Live 2016, all caps. So yeah, we'll just be waiting for the comments to, sink in and all the viewers to view. And I'll start my demo. And as I said earlier, my name is Brian Dang, and I've been hooping for 1.5 years. And if you see anything that I do or Audrey does, which will be later on in our demo, you can comment down below. Awesome. And I've just recently bought a new hoop, which is super cool. It's super reflective, so it like lights up and whatnot. It's really cool. I can't wait to show. All right, and that was my demo. And as I said earlier, if you have any questions or comments, please comment on the chat box, which is something new to YouTube, and or the Facebook Hooping Live page. Sorry, when I hoop dance, I just get really wild. I'm out of breath. So I would like to talk about this new hoop that I got. It's a super reflective hoop, and it's really cool. Basically, when you shine a flash at it, like car lights or something, it basically reflects the light really well, so it kind of glows. But when I dance, I really can't see the glowing at all, unless it's from a screen or the audience sees it, because I'm looking at it from a different angle. So it's sorry, it's a really cool hoop. And also, I also got another hoop, which is really cool.
How much do they cost, Brian?
It's just another polypro hoop, but it's kind of like color. It changes color, and it's really cool. It's like one of those taped tubes, but it's not taped. So that's what I really like about it, because I can practice and do all the walk the dog moves, and it's really cool.
Tell us the prices on these.
A little update on my part of the day. And Audrey's running a little bit late because she's doing, like all the not comments, but all of the sharing and whatnot right now. And can't wait for her to come back. But last week, one of our hoop reviewers, I'm not gonna say who, but she posted a video of her performance at the variety show that she did, and it was really amazing. She has progressed super well over like the past months of her watching Hooping Live, and I just loved how like over time she grew so much, and like we see her moves that she learned from us and her techniques that we offer her. And so feel free to send us like videos of your performances and just like let us see it, because we are happy to give you information or like tips to make your performance better. And I was really happy when I saw that video. Also, coming back to the hoops, I got this hoop at st.com at Who Gives a Hoop. It's about like $50, I think, with shipping and all that. I think it's about $40, but with grip tape is another $5 or so, and shipping is about $9. And the other hoop I got was $41 total. It was about $30, but shipping and all that extra tape or the grip tape and whatnot was pretty expensive. But it's a pretty good hoop. And oh, Audrey's back. I'm so glad you're back, Audrey. It was about $30, but shipping and all that.
Okay. Am I on? Yes. Are we good? Okay. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm like a hot mess today. Chakra, it's in or out, buddy. You gotta choose. Hold on. I have to find something so he will not continuously open the door. Let's use my purse. That'll be a good idea. See, this door hates me. It's like choose the way you want to go. Okay. All right, guys. So sorry that I am a little bit late today. I was trying to find my Hooping Live shirt that Claire made me. I have my white one, but I forgot that I put my black one in a special place. And you know when you put something in like a really special place, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, I put in too much of a special safe place that now it's like too safe and you can't find it. That's kind of where I am right now. So I'm wearing another shirt, and I would show you the logo, but I'm gonna do a little wardrobe change here pretty soon because I'm feeling a little vulnerable just wearing this tank top. Brian. He's nodding like, girl, cover yourself up. Anyway, so thank you, Bryant, for starting the show. Hooping Live, my name's Audrey Shear, and myself and Bryant are going to be talking about hooping tonight. Claire will not be on the show because she is, again, 10 and needs to get her rest, which I don't care if you're 10 or 24 like myself. I even want to rest, so rest is important. So tonight's show, we're going to be talking a lot about kind of what's like upcoming stuff on the show, and then kind of just updating you on like what's going on in the Hooping Live sphere, I guess you could say. Brian, did you do a demo? You did a demo. Okay, wow, I was really gone that long. Okay, well, so while you guys kind of come in, just so you know, you can comment on the Facebook, or you can still comment on Facebook if you want on the most recent post, but you can comment on YouTube now, and it's like a live chat, so we can live chat to each other, which is fabulous. If you can't figure out the live chat, then just go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/hoopinglive. Leave a comment on the most recent post, which is a link to what we're watching right now, and we will answer your comments. So while you guys kind of start coming in, grab your hoops, get some tea, wine, water, whatever floats your boat, and we can all hang out. Bryant has his water bottle, and Craig has all of his weird, nerdy gear, so that's why we love him. And yeah, so I'll be looking over. Okay, so we do have a live chat going, awesome saucin', and I will do a demo as well. Let's see here. But before I do a demo, I'm going to ask Bryant a question that he can like rant about for a second, because I'm going to go put on a bando, because I know you guys, if you're new to the show, then welcome. But if you are a viewer of the show, awesome, glad you're back. But I'm going gonna go put on a bandeau. I think you guys get what I'm saying. So Brian, what I want you to talk about right now is actually I did a recent video with Craig about flow concept, and it was kind of like, Jesus, chakra. We did a video about Craig. I'm sorry, but you guys can't see it, but I can see Bryant and Craig down below. So I can see like when they're laughing or smiling at something. So if you ever see me looking down there and like laughing, it's because they're doing something silly. But anyway, I made a video about flow, and it's like, we've talked a lot about how you can't teach people flow, but you can kind of give, like, it's almost like cooking. Like, you can give like little ingredients and ideas, and then you kind of have to make it your own to realize like what flow will become and what your end product will be. So I did a video on that and kind of talked about it. But Brian, I want you to pretty much just for like a little bit talk about flow and like maybe like from where you started off. Like, you've talked a lot about how you were kind of more of a cyber hooper, and how and what led you to not only understand flow, but to really get flow into your world and understand it not only on a hoop level, but on a inner dancer physical level.
Well, when I started hoop dancing, it was, back in Thailand, where no hooper was around. I didn't have good hoops either. In fact, I'll show you the hoop that I started out with. It's a really weird hoop. It's small and it's like, I'll show. So yeah, this is the hoop that I started out with. It's a super small hoop, and it's 1 inch thick tubing, and it's a really weird hoop, funky looking, and obviously I couldn't do as much tricks as I could back in Thailand with my polypro hoops, but I was still able to learn like the basic maneuvers of tricks and whatnot. And so when I started hooping, it was all tricking and just learning tricks. And I guess what gave me flow is just I basically watched Audrey's videos over and over, and watched Hooping Live, commented, asking questions about tricks, and trying to learn their flow. I guess I couldn't really learn their flow as fast as I wanted to, but I managed to learn how to dance without the hoop pretty much. And I think it started with me wanting to learn how to do ballet in my working area with the mirror, and it was really bad idea because you can get injured, and I think I hurt my ankle, but I didn't like have to go on a crunch or anything, no, but I sprained it a little bit, but it got better. But anywho, so in that process, I was like basically dancing without the hoop and learning how to pretend the hoop is there but dance. And I think that area, like that moment in my life, is where I learned, I can dance. I can dance with the hoop. And I think that dancing aspect to hoop dancing really, with dancing aspect with the hoop was the part that allowed me to bloom as a hoop dancer and learn how to flow, and pretty much. So yeah, most of my flow like work sessions is pretty much by myself. I never was able to find like a YouTube video saying, oh, how to discover flow and all the steps to do it, and that never really worked because I just didn't feel like this is what I do. It's not necessarily what I'm comfortable with, but it didn't feel right. And flow doesn't always mean comfort zone. It can also mean like you don't have to be comfortable in your flow, although you should, but you can also like branch out as well into different other styles of dancing, like hip hop or like airy like, and how Audrey always says flow is kind of like the 4 elements: water, fire, earth, air, like an avatar. But yeah, like how air is like really whimsical and like ballerina, earth is like really hip hop, and then water just like really watery and flow and liquidy like, and then fire is like flickery, like isopops, like. So yeah, even with a different hoop at the time, I was still able to dance and learn flow. And even today, when I'm better at all the tricks, I can still do most of the tricks that I know with this 1 inch hoop. And so yeah, don't let a hoop what's it called again, limit your dancing abilities, because you can do so much with just a regular hoop. You just don't know it yet.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian. I actually did hear you from my room. And speaking of which, oh, look what I found. Sorry about the redness on my chest. I have sensitive skin, so I can, like, I'll just, like, scratch my chest very, like, lightly, and all of a sudden it looks like I've been, like, attacked by a zombie. So I promise you, no zombies have attacked me, but I found my Hooping Live shirt that Claire made me. I wanted to wait to wear it when she was here, but I just can't hold back anymore, guys. I'm sorry. So this is it. It's like the same kind of color of my hula hoop, the main hoop that I use. And then on the back, I can't read backwards, but I think it says "Made in the Fab Lab" by Claire, and has a cool hooper on it. And what I love about this shirt and why I'm so excited to be able to, like, you know, get them out to you guys, especially as women, is it has a built-in bra. Like, it's like one of those tank tops that has, like, the little bra built in, like a sports bra. So it's great for hooping. I absolutely love it. It's really fitted, really cute. I love it. And I showed you guys the white one too. And I can't wait to and this one's kind of more of like a baggy, kind of sleepy time one, but anyway, I can't wait to get the ones made of the Hooping Live logo that Bryant made, the one that with like the multicolor and the H and the L, and have it holographic like that. Like, it's going to be so cool. So hopefully we can get Claire involved in helping with that, so it can be like kind of a whole thing together where we have, you know, Bryant, who has developed the Hooping Live logo, and then like Claire, who's able to produce like beautiful shirts, and then so on and so forth. So it will be a process, but we're going to have some really cool stuff for you guys. So
Before you move on, can you grab a hoop and we do a screenshot?
Sure. Let me move my bag out of the way. This is actually not a very attractive placeholder, since Chakra likes to just hate. I'm going to the freaking people that are supposed to fix things. I'm going to be like, fix my washing machine. Not my washing. I don't know why I call my washing machine. It's my dishwasher. It's like, but, you know, everyone makes fun of me. They're like, oh, it's a dishwasher. I'm like, it's a machine that washes things, so stop talking. Anyway, you want to do a screenshot? You know what would be really cool for a screenshot is if, like, I went, like, kind of on this side of the screen and held my hoop like this, and then, like, Bryant went on this side of the screen, held his hoop like this, and we, like, connected them.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll take 2 separate shots and then put them together.
Okay, so let's do it like this. Let me move my chair. So I'll do my shot like...
You can be sitting. That's fine.
I can be sitting. I guess Bryant's sitting too.
Because I'm going to take 2 separate shots and put them together. So.
Okay.
All right. So are you ready?
Let me floof a little bit.
Okay. Hold it real still.
Hold on.
Up a little bit on the Hooping Live. Up a little higher. Yeah, that's good. I just don't want it cut off by the thumbnails. Okay, that's good. All right, now hold nice and still. 1, 2. All right, let me just make sure that worked.
I think I looked a little mad in that one, maybe.
Let me look. I'm checking it. Yeah, we have to do it again.
Should I take off my glasses?
No, I like the glasses. Either way.
All right. Okay. All right.
You look studious. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Now let's do Bryant's.
Okay, Bryant.
Switching to Bryant. Okay. And Bryant, can you actually go over to your right? Because you're blocked by the thumbnails. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, hold it right there. Right there. That's perfect. Hold still. 1, 2. Got it. Okay, I'll do that. I'll put that together.
Okay. Oh, Bryant's so cute. All right, guys. So I can see some viewers still coming in. So, like I said, comment on the live chat on the YouTube if you can't find the live chat, which we're trying to kind of figure out how to. Like most of you can figure it out, but sometimes people can't. So I don't know what is going on with that. So just let me know, and we'll try to figure out to the best of our ability how to help you guys find it. Anyway, so we have a few things we want to talk about today. One of those is including Hoopernova, which is I think that's what. Yeah, Hoopernova, and some really cool stuff is coming up with that and whatnot. But before we get into all that stuff, I want you guys to think about your questions, comments. If you're working on something in your hoop flow that you need some help on, we'll try to teach you to the best of our ability. If you want to just say something that you've been thinking about lately and you just want to like talk about, then comment that as well. And yeah, so I'll do a quick demo real quick. I'm going to try once again to put you guys over on this camera. Right, Craig, can I do that?
You can try.
All right, it's going to look a little like kind of unorganized, but I am trying my best to like find out the quickest flow way to do this. So I should be using this thing technically, which is which I can go like 1, 2, 3, 4 and switch cameras, but I don't think I can hook that up to the. Oh, I just.
In the Hangout, that's going to just be for live streaming when you.
Yeah. Okay, that didn't work then. Okay. Well, let's see here. Let me get to my cameras, and I'll do a demo. And like I said, if you see anything that I do in the demo or that Bryant did, ask us in the comments, and we'll try to teach you. So we're gonna do. I think it is. Nope, not that one. Yes, that one. That is the one. All right. All right, Shaka, I love you, but you gotta scooch along over that way, maybe. All right, so hopefully this won't overexpose too much. All right, actually, I'm gonna take off my shoes. I was gonna try to catch that and look cool, and it didn't work. Okay. I feel so good in my Hooping Live shirt. Okay, hold on now. This is like how I'm trying to go. I need to figure out like the fastest method to go from like here to like right back to there. So, all right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 4 quarters. Is it that? No. Oh God! Oh God! Oh, yes, did it. Okay, we're gonna figure out the fastest way to do that. But okay. So that was me demoing, and then for some reason in my head I had the song, that new Rihanna song in my head, the work song, and I looked up the lyrics to it, and it's interesting. Bryant, you know what? It's actually actually does have meaning in a lot of interesting ways. But when I was doing it, that's why I kind of got a little like saucy with it, because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna work. But I don't know what Hafi means. I must look up these words. But anyway, okay. So let's see here. I'm going to. Okay. Oh, we do have comments come in. I'm super secretive. Okay. So Hoopernova says first timer. Great, Hoopernova. Glad that you are being a first timer. Welcome to Hooping Live. So what's going on with Hooping Live? So we are getting a lot of stuff done in terms of getting the team put together. So if you want to be a part of the team, you can go and email us at info@hoopinglive.com. I'm taking off my glasses for right now. I need to clean them real quick. Hoopinglive.com, and send us an email with the subject line Hooping Live team member, and we're going to go through them and figure out who seems like they're able to really be a part of the team and help out, because there are some guidelines that really do need to be followed in terms of being able to be a part of the show efficiently. And yeah, so anyway, we also have a lot of people that are going to be coming on the show and talking about some opportunities for hoopers out there like yourself and all of that good stuff. So once again, guys, the live chat is on the YouTube channel, so please go to that and live chat us there. Hopefully nothing is going wrong, because last week we had non-stop comments, and right now it's a little slow, which is a little concerning, because last time that happened we had a glitch in the system. But for right now, I have a comment from Kimmy Sue Bellinger, who says, what way is the best way to start hoop dancing? I'm having problems going from trick to trick in a free flow dance. So it sounds like she's pretty much saying she's in free flow, like kind of, it sounds like transitions. Yeah, okay, so Brian's nodding too. Transitions is kind of, I think, the word you're looking for. And like I said with flow, flow is something that comes within you, and not something that you can learn. You can observe and have experience, and then flow kind of hits you. It's kind of like, I guess, like walking almost. Like, well, it's like learning something new. It's you can learn all of the, you know, the scientifical methods or whatever of the equation, but until you really feel it and you understand it to a way that doesn't take, God, I don't feel like I'm explaining that right, but flow just happens. You just feel it. I promise you just feel it, and you just need to practice and experiment and grow within and without your hoop. So that's the best advice I can give. And you also heard what Bryant kind of had to say about that as well. So what it sounded like, Kimmy, is that you wanted to learn about transitions. And transitions, a lot of people associate with flow, because, you know, you can do a trick, stop, trick, stop, trick, stop. But transitions kind of go trick, transition, trick, which can seem flowy, and it will look more flowy-ish, but flow is something that is a lot more than just transitioning between trick to trick. Like, I can hoop just around my waist and have flow. So I'll do a quick example, and then I'm going to have Bryant do an example as well, so you guys can see two different types. So we'll talk about transitions, and we'll talk about flow transitions. So I'm just going to hoop around my waist, just simple hooping around my waist. If you have your hoop right now and you want to stand up and hoop around your waist with me, go for it. Oh, Craig, that's a video I want to make, is a warm-up video, okay? So put that on the list for tomorrow.
Yeah, write it down before you forget. Write it down on your task list.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Siri, make a note for me to do a hoop warm-up list.
Here's your note.
She said, guys, look what she said. She said poop. She literally said to do a poop warm-up list. Here's your note to do a poop warm-up list. It's a hoop. Siri, I'm not that weird. I don't need to warm up when I want to go poop. Jesus Christ. Okay. That was probably the weirdest thing ever said on Hooping Live. Anyway, so okay, we are on flow. So you're hooping around your waist, and what I was talking about in terms of warm up is just doing on-body stuff. So you're doing around your waist. Maybe put your feet together, put one foot out, and yeah, put your one foot in and your other foot out, and you just kind of do different things. Foot forward, foot back, and just kind of really get comfortable with the hoop moving around your waist. Maybe kind of step side to side. Do whatever works for you. Put more balance on the balls of your feet, or on the heel, or the heel balls or the toe balls. That sounds really weird. Put your arms out, extend them in all different ways, but all while hooping around your waist. And you're just getting really comfortable with hooping around your waist, okay? I know a lot of people when they start, they put one foot in front and they just kind of do this. And that's a good way to get speed up. But, someone can hoop around their waist. And these are called reptar hands. We don't want to do that. We want to put our arms out. We want to be expressive. You can do prayer hands if you want. I like to put my arms out kind of like this and move them around a little bit, or kind of express them. I have really lanky arms, so I like to move them around a lot, and Bryant can show you how he does it as well. But just really exploring the space around your body with the motions of your feet, maybe like crossing your legs as you move side to side with your hoop, all while keeping the hoop going around your waist. And this is going to allow you to really understand how to move within your hoop without doing anything crazy. And this is kind of one of the steps I personally took to get to flow. So anyway, so you're hooping around your waist. You're listening to a song you like, or maybe make a playlist, like I've said many times, of different music: country, rap, classical, techno, house, music you don't like to music you love, all different things. See how your body reacts to it. See how your body changes. Videotape yourself. Even if you're not going to show anyone, videotape yourself and just kind of see what different movements come out of it, and it can help. So we're hooping around our waist, okay? And we're thinking about flow. And Kimmy, we're thinking about transitions to make things look cool. So I might not be doing a bunch of tricks, but I might be dancing with my hoop. So, okay. So pretty much like in that moment, I wasn't doing a lot of tricks, but I was still, I had flow, I'm dancing with my hoop. So if I take my hoop away, I'm still dancing in a way. I don't think I'm that great of a dancer, but you take the hoop away and you're still dancing, and your hoop just merely becomes a part of, your body. So you're able to really dance with your hoop. Now, that's kind of flow without having to worry about tricks. Now we want to think about flow adding in tricks. So bring my arms around and boom, boom. Let's see, I'm doing a backwards weave, transition into isolation, into iso pop, escalator, step, step, around, chest hooping. So that's kind of how I transition. So if we want to go from, we'll do something simple, from we'll do a vortex to an isopop and an isolation. So without a kind of flowy transition, you could go okay. Now if you want to make that look a little bit more transition-y, transitions aren't like another trick. They can be, I guess, but like I said, hooping is very subjective. It's what you want it to be. So in my personal theory of hooping, it's how you express that movement, or it's how you express between the two movements, between A and B. So I'm doing, a vortex, and then I'm kind of doing like a dramatic stop, and I kind of pop my hip, and then I'll grab the hoop and I'll go pop, pop, in isolation. So instead of going I'm doing so I'm just kind of like, it's almost more like just kind of making that move feel more flowy, as I said. I mean, you can do certain things. I'll just do one more thing before I let Bryant kind of do it. I mean, like, if you want to do something where, like, you do, like, more of a fancy transition, maybe you can go from that vortex and go, like, a spin, and that's just kind of like a quick hand spin. I'm not doing anything fancy. All I'm doing is I'm grabbing the hoop from behind, like I would with a normal vortex, and I'm bringing it out. I'm just flipping my hand once, but the way that I do it, if I do it really quick, it kind of looks like I'm flipping more than once. So I'm going to go. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. If you have more questions in terms of that, please let us know in the comments below. I don't know where Bryant went. I won't leave it for a while. Okay, so if you have more questions on that, Bryant will come back and maybe explain more about that later. Oh, wait, he's back, I think. Anyway, so hopefully that helped you guys, and Kimmy. We have a Facebook comment, I think, that looks like from K. Hagdorn. Says loving
from YouTube. That's from YouTube.
Oh, that's a YouTube? Okay. Loving the hoop demos and tips. I would love if you had some tips for leg hooping, keeping the momentum, and your thoughts on the pusher leg method. I'm not sure what the pusher leg method is. Brian, can you talk? Okay. Not sure what the pusher method is, but oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry. I do not even think I'm eating Airhead bites right now. Oh, they're so good. But we can talk a little bit about leg hooping. We talked a little bit about this last week. Now, I always recommend wearing shorts. You know what? Actually, I am gonna go put shorts on real quick. Craig, can you talk to them a little bit about being a part of the Hooping Live team while I go put on shorts?
And I'll also show a photograph.
Okay, I'll be right back.
So give me a moment here while I do this. I'm going to get a photo I can show you of Audrey. Here we go. Oops. So I am now sharing my screen. I think you can all see that. And this is a photo that I posted on March 15th, so less than a week ago, and it already has 1,323 views. And if you're a fan of Audrey's and you want some of these photos to download and use as a desktop screensaver or something like that, just go to my YouTube channel, and the way you find that is you go to my website, which is craigship.com, CraigShipp.com, click through to my Flickr, and do a keyword search Audrey, and you can find all the photos of Audrey and download them and use them as your screensaver or whatever you want to use them for. Copyright free, don't worry about it. Just mention Hooping Live when you use them.
If any of you guys use my picture as your screensaver, you should totally let me know, because that would be really cool, but I couldn't see anyone doing that, but that would be pretty sweet if you did. Bryant, since you have a few minutes, do you want to just talk about transition flow real quick?
Sure thing. So, transitioning and flow are pretty different, but you can use transitions into flow. Transitions are kind of like tricks to help you go from another trick to another trick. Basically, I'll show you transitioning and a move set without flow and another one with flow. So, for example, and now I'm going to demonstrate that same sequence with flow. So as you can see, I used my other parts of my body and I danced with the hoop in the second version. So I guess that kind of pretty much kind of like summarizes what flow would look like in a dance and how it would look like without a dance, you know?
Yeah, and you know, if some of you guys aren't dancers, don't feel pressured that you like have to be a dancer to do this stuff, because I know there's a lot of like gymnast hoopers, and like everyone's a different hooper, but we're just teaching you the way that we personally hoop. So if you want to learn in kind of a different way, do a comment and say, hey, you know, I'm not really into the whole like inner dancer thing, but I want to know more about the technical parts of this move. Do not be like worried about saying something like that. Be honest and open about however you feel and however you hoop. We want to help you in every way possible, so do not worry. So we'll get to leg hooping in a second. I just want to say that my mom said, Mom loves you, you look so pretty. Thank you, Mom. I love you and you're pretty too. I'm so lucky I got to be born out of an awesome mother. Okay, so leg hooping. What was the question again? Okay. Loving the demos. Glad you love the demos. Tips for leg hooping. I want to know, Bryant, what is pusher leg method? Do you know anything about that? Is that like just where what I usually talk about? Is pusher leg the thing where I always talk about just kind of pushing my leg out?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Like we're just pushing it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So this is how I'm gonna explain it to y'all. So as you can see, I changed into shorts, and you know you can do this however you want. The only reason I did change into shorts is because my inner grip tape, I usually use Bonnie Brown of OutwardSpiral.net. OutwardSpiral.net, great hoops. I use her kind of magic. It's like a Velcro tape that I use, and it helps stick to like any kind of clothing. So, but it came off, and unfortunately, I let a child play with my hoop that probably shouldn't have, and she was like, "Ooh, let's see what happens if I peel all the tape off." It wasn't great. So yeah. Anyway. But regardless, it's always really helpful. I've always found personally to hoop and have bare skin, because bare skin has kind of a good grip to it. So let's see. Okay, so with leg hooping, momentum and the pushing method. So with leg hooping, the way that I learned, actually you can see the very beginning of how I learned how to leg hoop on my Love the Process video. Now what I do is I like to remember that like hooping on your core is the same motion of pushing your, I'm going to kind of exaggerate this, but kind of going back and forth. It's that kind of, like when you're hooping, it's that same motion, like kind of how you like shift your weight. It's that same thing. So I put my legs together and I kind of let it slowly fall down, and it kind of falls to almost like maybe a crevice, like a dent in my knee. So it's right here when my leg is straight. There's kind of like that little where that bone is. It's like almost like it hits and kind of stays above that bone. So that's where I kind of like to keep. I don't know my anatomy very well, so I apologize if that's wrong. But that's kind of where I like to keep it. Now you can bring it up your thighs a little bit and kind of use your legs to paddle it around your thighs, or like closer to your tuchus, or wherever your heart desires. But so we're just talking about leg hooping, just about we'll just do basic, just around my knees. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the pushing method, which I'm hoping that's what you're talking about. And what I am doing is one leg is kind of the post leg that's just kind of there to help guide, and the other leg is pushing. So you can see how this leg's just going out. And what it's doing is as the hoop's coming around the back of my leg, I'm thinking about pushing out. I'm pushing, pushing, pushing. So see how I'm kind of gaining more speed? Because as the hoop goes around my leg, I'm just kind of pushing the hoop outward. And I'm thinking about that push as, if you want to look down, as you feel the hoop go like this, and you see it kind of hit right here on the up. So this is my pushing leg. When I see the hoop going about right here, I'm going to start thinking about pushing this leg forward. So it just kind of gives you that heads up instead of waiting for it and being like, you know, oh shoot, like, oh, now it's there, now it's there. Instead of thinking about pushing right when it's there, think about starting that push while it's going around the back of your knees so you can get good timing. So I'm using my right leg right now to push out. I'll do it from this angle too. I'll kind of exaggerate it a little bit. Here's it from the back. And from this side. Now, you can switch that as well, which I recommend doing. I always recommend trying opposite currents and opposite sides. So now this is my post leg, and this is my pusher leg. Now what I'm doing is when I'm pushing it, I'm kind of almost, it's kind of like shoulder hooping. I'm not just going like straight out necessarily. You can, but I'm kind of almost pushing like, almost like, I'll try to exaggerate it, but I'm almost kind of pushing like this. Like this is extremely exaggerated, but it's almost like I'm kind of doing like a circular motion. Like if I were hooping around my shoulders, and I'm kind of, remember I talked about like how this is shoulder hooping because I'm not using my shoulders really, I'm using the momentum of my body. And this is paddling. So see how I'm using like this is kind of my post arm, and this is the arm that's pushing the hoop around my body. It's that same thing. So I'm kind of pushing out and around. So when you bring it down to your legs, you're pushing out, almost kind of like an out and around. I hope that makes sense. But my main thing is think about the hoop while it's going around the back of your knees, and that's when you want to think about your timing. So practice switching. So now I'm using my left leg as the pushing leg, right leg pushing leg, left leg, or whatever. You can switch back and forth. You can be like this. Once you get kind of used to it, which can be kind of cute. And then there's also bringing them together and going like out with both knees. You can go like this. Kind of goes a little bit quicker for me, so I don't like to do it. I feel like if I do just one leg, and I often switch them up kind of like this. But if you want to do both, it's kind of like you're going like this. And so that's what this kind of looks like, is pushing both knees at the same time. I feel like that way can kind of be a little bit harder because turning isn't as easy. But if you have that one leg doing it and being the pusher leg, that post leg can kind of be the one that you turn on. So what I'm doing is I'm on my tiptoe. Let me push you guys down a little bit. I'm on my tiptoe on my pusher leg. Or as you get like, so as I'm turning, I'm on my tiptoe on my pusher leg, and I'm kind of just pushing around it. And then I can switch if I want, or whatever. Now, opposite current, I'm not that good at yet. I can try. Oh, no, I'm not even going to try it, you guys. Oh, I'll get it someday. You guys are going to be so excited. Well, anyway, that's kind of the pushing method. It's thinking about pushing the leg. It's almost like paddling. So it's just fun to kind of practice because you can really you can really play with it. And what I like to do with the leg hooping is once I kind of understand each way, I can kind of maybe try to, I don't want to say like open your legs necessarily because that sounds weird, but like kind of like, you know, give yourself a little bit more room and you can kind of play with it or whatever. And you can turn, spin, whatever you want to do. It's cool beans. And that was just me showing off. Anyway, Brian's gone. And by the way, guys, doing that will give you bruises. So if you are working on leg hooping in any way, be prepared for bruises. I'm going to probably have bruises. Brian, do you have any? No, you don't? No. Okay, so hopefully that helped. If you have more questions, please let me know. We have a comment from okay, so yeah. Bard says, go with the flow. Bro, you know you gotta go with the flow. And then Kay Hagdorn says that's exactly what I was trying to say. Lol. Yes! Bryant, you got it right. Hi, Fizzle. Lol, switching between legs was a light bulb for me. Thank you so very much. Very helpful. You're welcome. Glad that helped. Bryant, are you able to give any info, or do you think there's enough outside noise to speak? Okay. Did you have any extra tips for leg hooping, or do you think we nailed that one?
I think with leg hooping, I pretty much like to use one leg to paddle and one leg to anchor, but I'm not really skilled at it. But I can do it to dance in my flow.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Okay, so let's see here. Let me make sure I'm not missing out on. Oh, we do have more comments. Exactly. Oh, okay. You got it going on with the updating the comments. Okay, awesome sauce. So, yeah, so leg hooping, that's awesome. And like I said, I put shorts on because skin, like I said, really helps grip the hoop, unless you have the gaffer tape or the Velcro tape, which is awesome. Again, outwardspiral.net, Bonnie Brown, she's great. So anyway, let's see here. So in terms of like I know last week you guys wanted to know what Brian and I work on in terms of our personal hoop practice. I've been really kind of focusing, I guess, on more inner work lately, which I'm sure a lot of you can relate to, and kind of like thinking about like, you know, hooping is very important to me and getting videos out there, but you know, unless you're really in tune with yourself, then and kind of in a good space, it can be very hard to hoop. For me personally, if I'm not in a happy place, I won't want to pick up the hoop, even though I know I should, because it'll make me feel better. Like Craig tells me all the time, you know, get out there, get an adrenaline rush, whatever, like, it makes you feel better. But for me personally, I don't want to get too deep or heavy into stuff right now, but sometimes it's hard for me to want to get out of bed and go do stuff. But just like Shocker probably wants to go to the litter box. You want to get out? Yeah? Alright. Anyway, so I pick up the hoop when I can and when it feels right. So, don't pressure yourself a lot. If you're a new hooper and you're like, oh God, I have to catch up with like Bryant and how good he is, or Rachel Lust or Baxter or whatever, like don't pressure yourself, because I felt like when I pressure myself too much, I end up like freezing almost and not doing anything at all. So at least that's how I am. Bryant, do you have any kind of comments on that kind of stuff? I know that you and I kind of talk about that a lot.
With about like scheduling my hoop practices, I have to say the same thing. Like some days I'm like really like not feeling the mood to go to school or something like that, but I still have to go to school. And so yeah, even with hooping, sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm not feeling it today. I can't hoop today, but even though like I know it'll make my day better, like just gotta hoop, just hoop your heart out. But yeah, don't feel pressured to do X amount of times, X amount of days, and you don't need to do like a certain schedule, but it could help if you're like a beginner, but don't feel pressured, because once you're pressured, then you won't learn as much,
Yeah, I agree. I know I'll look at a lot of videos and be like, oh my God, I don't know that trick. Like, I'm behind on things or whatever. And then I'll look at your comments, like y'all's comments, and I'll be like, these, like the Hooping Live viewers don't care if Bryant and I can't do every trick in the book. They just care about, being a part of this online community and learning as a whole. Because you can go online and go to workshops and learn tricks. But here at Hooping Live, we work together to learn not only about tricks, but about community and becoming something bigger than just, an online hoop lesson, which I think is really beautiful. And I love that Bryant's nodding. When Bryant nods and like Craig nods, I'm like, I'm saying something right. Anyway, I hope you guys agree. Let's see. So hip the Hoopla. Oh, I like that name. You guys come up with the craziest names. You guys either have really like epic real names or like really cool like screen names, SNs. I don't know if there's any 90 kids out there that remember having an like, hey, what's your SN? I remember my screen name when I first got one was like AKS Horse Lover. It was like AKS Horse LUVR. It was cool. And then I made one that was like XX. Oh, what was it? Oh no, it was like duh. So UHHLIKEDUHHA or HHH. Like duh was my screen name. That was actually really clever. Anyway, stop opening the darn door! Just stop it. You are such a cat in a hat. Okay, there. Anyway, so that was my chair, I swear. I don't even know if you guys can hear. Can you guys hear the squeakiness? Do you hear that? Craig, you know what? You're fixing this freaking chair tomorrow. Because I remember, okay, funny story time. Story time. I had a kind of like a life coach kind of person that would come into my office, and I actually have the exact same chair right there, which I should probably switch. Actually, hold on. Let me see if that's a squeaky one. Yeah, they're both squeaky. Anyway, but every time this life coach would move in a certain way, it kind of sounded like he farted. and like we're having like a really intense conversation about like improving my life, and he would like move and be like, okay, Audrey, now how do you feel? And the chair would be like, make a fart sound, and like before I didn't realize it was a chair at first, and I would just be like, oh my god, like he just like farted, and like it was like a bad thing, but it was just awkward, and then I realized it was a chair, like can you guys hear that? If I just like, it sounded like he was tooting, and it just kind of made me laugh. So Craig, you gotta fix this so my viewers don't think that I'm here like tooting away, and because I'm not. It's a chair. It's IKEA, okay? It's IKEA. Anyway, moving on. Craig. Oh my god. Alright, I love you too. So anyway, the Hoopla says, thanks for showing us the leg breaks. You are welcome. Worth watching, Audrey. You look great in the shirt Claire made for you. Thank you. I really like this shirt. It was like, I actually wear it all the time. It's very comfortable, so the safe place I put it was under my pillow because I wear it a lot. So I probably should have known that. But anyway, yeah, leg breaks. I'll show you guys something because that's actually kind of part of what I've been working on lately with the leg breaks. Is kind of doing like a cutesy little like, and I talked about this before, but like when I do it, whenever I hoop, I try to think about like I said, taking away the hoop and what I would look like. Because sometimes if you think about when I first started hooping, and Baxter was the one who initially taught me this kind of method, like, what will you look like if you take away the hoop? And I'm like, I would look like this. And I'm like, okay, that's not very cute. So I gotta figure out something that's gonna look a little cuter. And I remember thinking, okay, footwork. I need to work on footwork. And that, I'm telling you guys, to this day, I'm still working on footwork because footwork is so hard for me for some reason. And also making sure I'm not looking down and I'm trying to look up more, because a lot of times I'll look down at my hoop and it like looks better when you're looking up. Personally to me. So if I'm like doing breaks and paddles and I'm looking down the whole time and I'm like turning or whatever versus looking up, and here's down again. You know, both, maybe you guys like the down, looking down, but I feel more confident when I look up. And during Baxter's workshops, he'll go up, look up, like he wants you to look up, put your energy upwards. So, you know, maybe work on that in your hoop flow. If you're like at a plateau, think about doing that, like lifting that energy of the hoop up and not staying kind of closed in. They talk about that in yoga a lot too. Anyway, so when I started thinking about dancing, I would put my hoop down and I would say, okay, I want to dance to this new Taylor Swift song. And I would think about it, like I'll be in my car and I'll be like doing like, I won't actually turn the wheel, but I'll think about okay, you guys have to let me know in the comments below if when you drive cars, if you like fake isolation and ghost the steering wheel, because I totally do that, and Bonnie Brown does it too. And when we discovered we did that, it was like awesome. So I'll be like, you know, driving, but I'll ghost it. I'll be like, and I'll be like turning, and I'll be like, God, it's like that. That's how you know when you're like, you have like a hoop problem. Anyway, so I would put my hoop down, and I'd say, okay, I want to, we'll just do Shake It Off. So I'll be like, I want to do like, I never miss a beat. I cannot sing, so don't make fun of me. So I was going to talk it like, I never miss a beat. I'm lightning on my feet. At least that's what people say. Or whatever. Like, you know, you think about the song, you think about like how you'd want to dance to it, and that's what I would do. I think of a song, I'm like, okay, I would dance to the song like this. And I'm like, okay, how can I integrate the hoop looking really cool with that? Like, if I bring my arms over my head like this, and bring them down like that. Okay, so I could do, I'm shoulder hooping, and I can bring my arms out of the hoop around my chest, and then bring them back in. And it's just kind of incorporating the dance moves to make the hoop correspond with the dance moves. So with the leg breaks, what I'm doing is when I get that opening out, like if you're going to take your leg out of the hoop, oh god, I'm going that way. So once you get kind of comfortable doing this, I like to actually have my hoop a little bit more up. Like, okay, that's not going to work. I like to, if I'm going to do like the kind of like leg break where without the hoop it looked like I'd be doing this or whatever, it helps to have with the leg breaks, instead of putting them down at that knee crevice I was talking about earlier, is having the hoop actually right here, like kind of in your thigh. So if you want to learn how to do this, just as a quick demo, because I actually have a question for Brian. Take the hoop and just kind of put it in that part, like kind of this part of your thigh, and just kind of go like this until you feel like that kind of comfortable spot where you can kind of just get the hoop to start moving like this. And like you can kind of see like it's like a slow I'm trying to show you the slow progression of it, like how I learned. But and you kind of put it right there until you kind of feel like where the hoop wants to naturally go back and forth. Oh god, why is this not working? Okay, there we go. So see, like right there, like it's like kind of like right here for me where the hoop feels right. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm like thinking about you guys too much. Okay. Alright, that's too low for me. I usually like to go a little bit higher, but anyway. So just kind of start with the hoop, not like leg hooping first, but just starting with like feeling where it feels good, and you feel like you have most control with your legs. So then when you get down to your legs and you take your hoop out, you can have that spot or whatever. This is a bad example, but I'm just trying to teach you guys how to get there. And I kind of put my legs here, and I think about the cutest way to do it, and then I can, bring the hoop back around. So something I like to do is maybe just go straight into one-legged hooping, and then, well, actually, I don't think that works very well. I think it looks cuter if you just go boop, 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 or whatever. Now, when I'm doing that, I'm not letting my legs touch too much. I'm actually kind of like opening them up a little bit and kind of giving it some almost like pushing the hoop back and forth. So, bop, 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 or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if you guys want to learn that, but now you kind of know. Anyway. Okay, let's get back to the comments here. Craig says, ask the viewers. Oh. Okay. Craig has Craig has a Siri problem, where he's like obsessed with Siri. But actually I am too. I'm starting to kind of really dig it. Craig suggests that you what? Anyway, sorry, my mom just sent me a weird text about Hooping Live. My mom was so weird. You guys should set an alarm every Monday so you know when Hooping Live is going to start. Okay, if you want to. Anyway, Bryant, what have you been working on in hooping lately? If anything at all.
Good question. Besides from my new hoops, I don't know. I'm trying to find new tricks to learn, but I don't know. Nothing new, but my new hoops that I got, well, I already spoke about them earlier, but there's pretty much new, and I'm planning on doing a lot more over spring break, which is next week.
Cool. Hold on. Sorry, someone just told me that the show wasn't there. I don't know what's going on. People are commenting, though. I hope that YouTube isn't having, like, a glitch again and freaking out. because that would not be good. Anyway, contact
Audrey, real quick,
Hmm.
while you're figuring that out, I just tested, and if you tell Siri to set a reoccurring alarm for Mondays at 9 p.m., she'll set it so it goes off every Monday at 9.
Okay, cool. So it looks like I'm going to take the last comment right now because I didn't realize we're at 10:10. That was kind of a fast show, but Contact Supernova says, doing great, keep it up. So anyway, I'm going to let Bryant go ahead and give his information. And yes, Bryant, go ahead.
All right. So you can contact me at DangBryant in Instagram and also at BryantDang at YouTube. So I'm also on Facebook, and you can add me, but I'll only accept your friend request if your profile picture is a picture of you hula hooping. And yeah, I'm pretty much basic with my Bryant Dangs and Dang Bryants.
Okay, cool. Oh my god, sorry. Okay, awesome. Sorry, now I'm getting texts from people saying the show looks fine. People are confusing. This is the story of my life. Anyway, so yes, guys, definitely look up Bryant. He's awesome. We'll answer any questions you guys have. You can continue to comment on the show if you want. The live chat does not record, so if you want to continue to talk to us, wait till the show posts on the YouTube channel, and then you can ask questions there. Now, go to any social media. We are Hooping Live, facebook.com/hoopinglive, Twitter, Instagram, etc., etc. Give us a like, follow us, do all that good stuff. Every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, USA time. If you want to be a part of the Hooping Live team, you can email us at info@hoopinglive.com and say, like I said, in the subject line, say, I'm Hooping Live team member or something, and we will get that worked out for you. And hopefully we can have a lot of awesome people, just like Bryant, be a part of the show. Hopefully next week Claire will be on and do her thing. You know, she just got back from spring break, so she's been very busy, and we're grateful for any time she can come on. And of course, thank you, Craig, for everything you do for the show. And Bryant, thanks for helping out tonight. And guys, hopefully we can get a really, really cool thing going here, because I have a lot of good ideas. Bryant has a lot of good ideas, and we really want this show to we want to take things to the next level. And I have some stuff up my sleeve, and Bryant and I have been doing a lot of talking, and we have some cool stuff that we have planned for you guys. So definitely keep up with us, and until next week, happy hooping. If you're at a plateau, work through it, work on the basics. It's always nice to go back to the basics anyway. So until then, guys, every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern USA time, hoopinglive.com. Happy hooping.